The result of that is that his estrogen is sky high, and the guy tells me if he doesn't take Arimidex 3 times per week, his nipples are hurting and he's afraid of having lactation, all from taking too much. What's up folks, it's Uranus from Brussels. Welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about testosterone addiction or dependency. Testosterone is the nectar of the gods. It's the key to success, right? Now there's two scenarios and we're gonna cover both of them. The first one is, unfortunately, you have hypogonadism, your balls don't work properly and you're on TRT. And the second one is you're blasting grams of testosterone in the hopes of looking like this. Now, is testosterone an addictive drug? Let's find out. The short answer is hell yeah, testosterone can be addictive. So the first situation is, unfortunately, you have hypogonadism and your testicles do not produce enough testosterone and you end up on TRT or testosterone replacement therapy, whatever the cause may be. So you're being prescribed TRT dosages between 100 milligrams per week and 200 milligrams per week at an endocrinologist. After some time on treatment, everything starts to go better, you have more energy, your libido is back to masturbating 3 times per day, your recovery is better after night out, your thoughts are clearer and you actually have something positive to say from time to time. So you're thinking things are going better, things are actually great, let's just take a little bit more testosterone and switch my dosage from 100 or 125 milligrams per week to 200 milligrams per week. Still not a big dosage, you might think. After all, pretty much everyone I know that is doing TRT is doing 250 milligrams per week. And guess what? Are you turning into a superhuman? No, because you're actually reaching the point of diminishing return, and it's a very important concept to understand. More doesn't always necessarily mean better, especially on TRT, but you will always want more. That's human nature, and I'm like that too. I'm no exception whatsoever. Because of the positive changes, people increase their dosages and end up fucking themselves up. When your testosterone is too high, you will actually suffer from blood pressure, from a bunch of other side effects, from tightening in the chest because your heart has to work more, your cock can stop working because you have estrogenic side effects. Testosterone converts to estrogen, and if it's out of balance, you're gonna have a really rough time. And so that's how actually people end up on 250 or 300 milligrams per week thinking it's TRT, because at first they have the positive effects, then they increase a little bit, and then they end up on a dosage that is way too high and they deal with freaking side effects. Then you end up taking medication for that side effects like Arimidex or finasteride or aromacin and so on, and the cycle never ends. I'll give you a recent example. Testosterone in Brussels, or in Belgium actually, comes in ampoules, and one of my gym buddies is in his 50s and he's telling me, yeah, my TRT, at my age, you need a full freaking ampoule every week, so that's 250 milligrams per week. That's what he told me. The result of that is that his estrogen is sky high, and the guy tells me if he doesn't take Arimidex 3 times per week, his nipples are hurting and he's afraid of having lactation, all from taking too much testosterone. So he's taking side effect medication like Arimidex and finasteride. All of that because he doesn't want to lower his age, because his dosage, because supposedly as his age you take the full ampoule, son. So do I think testosterone replacement therapy can be addictive? Absolutely, especially if you have dealt with low testosterone symptoms for a very long time like I did. I have experienced this myself. My testosterone levels were basically in the range of females for more than a decade. Right now I'm on 125 milligrams per week, which isn't a high dosage, but I respond very well to testosterone and my levels are actually supraphysiological all year round. But because of body dysmorphia and my past, I will not lower my dosage, and I will also deal with the side effects of that. The second situation is you are cycling testosterone and other types of performance enhancing drugs to enhance your muscle gains in the gym. And here you know the saying, right? Just one cycle, one tiny little cycle, just testosterone. Except nobody ever does one cycle. Once you're on, you're on. As professionals like Greg Do said, as a gym guy, once you see the results from your freaking first cycle, you will barely be in the middle of your first cycle, you're already thinking about the second one and the one after that. I know guys that started with 250 milligrams per week in the gym, just one little cycle, they wanted to try out 250 milligrams per week, and now years later they're actually taking grams of testosterone, they lost all their hair, they gained a shitload of muscles, but in their heads they still think they look like shit. So yeah, the gains of TRT are really addictive, but here again you will reach the point of diminishing return based on your genetics too. We've seen recent deaths in the bodybuilding world like Dallas McCarver and so on, because these guys were absolutely abusing performance enhancing drugs. Dallas McCarver's autopsy, for example, revealed that he had more testosterone in his body than 84 healthy men. The thing is, this doesn't only happen in the bodybuilding world. Regular people are putting their health at risk because their images of themselves are becoming completely deformed over time by doing cycle after cycle after cycle. So conclusion for me is testosterone can definitely be addictive, whether we're talking about testosterone replacement therapy or steroid cycles, and you need to be aware that if you want to live a long and healthy life, you need to be careful not to end up in a vicious cycle, pun intended. The key point here, of course, is body dysmorphia, and some people will be more prone to it than others. If you do TRT, take as much as you need to replicate your normal hormonal production. Don't do steroids unless you make a living out of your physique. Now that was my take on testosterone dependency. Ending it here. Leave me a comment to support my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Uranus out.